Welcome to Canada, the podcast that helps you prepare for your Canadian adventure with clarity and confidence. Hello, future newcomers, and welcome to your Canadian Prep Zone. You're listening to episode number 3, and it is recorded in May 2025. I am Emma Charland, your host and your international mobility coach. I'm here to help you prepare, plan, and thrive in your move to Canada. Today, I'm going to talk to you about moving or not moving to Canada. Maybe you're like Anna. You want to move to Canada, and at the same time, you don't want to move to Canada. A discussion similar to this one may take place in your head. I really want to move to Canada, but at the same time, I'm hesitant. I'm happy here. I have my friends, my family, my boyfriend, a job. I enjoy all the comforts I could want. An apartment, a car, nights out with the people I love. If I were to go to Canada and turn my life upside down, I would have to deal with immigration papers, find a place to live, speak another language, endure the cold. What a task! It's terrifying. On the other hand, it could be an incredible adventure, a springboard for my future. I could travel, improve my English, get a great job, discover a new culture, make new friends. I would have lots of opportunities to explore. And let's face it, if I don't go now, I might never go. Well, anything is possible, of course, and I know some people do it later in life, but it's harder later, isn't it? Oh gosh, it's tough. I don't know what to do. On the one hand, I dream of taking the plunge, but on the other hand, I hesitate, and then I do nothing. Okay, let's break down Anna's situation. Many people are tempted to go abroad, but only a few take the plunge, because along the way, a surprise guest is sure to appear. Fear. For some, fear is a sign of danger and therefore an experience to be avoided. Personally, I don't want to go into a tiger's cage, especially if the tiger is in a bad mood and hungry. In this sense, fear is a lifesaver. It wants to protect you above all. But fear can also be a sign of renewal or the need for renewal. A path is open to you. It is tempting. You want to go there, but if you do, you'll have to step out of your comfort zone and go beyond your limits. Fear then becomes an invitation laced with doubt and frustration. Especially because starting a new life in Canada is a big challenge. Every aspect of your life is about to change. Your social life, your day-to-day language, your finances, your housing, your career, your daily routine, everything is about to change, and it's huge. But these doubts and hesitations are just warnings. You can dwell on them and do nothing, or you can turn them into an action plan to really achieve what you want in life. You can overcome your fears and move forward. The choice is yours. In short, yes, there are valid fears. It is normal for them to stop you from taking action. On the other hand, other fears are good to tame. Get to know them so you can better transform them. Often, those who move forward in life are just as afraid as others, but their desires are stronger than their fears, so they move on and take action. And now, a word from our sponsor. But there is none. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm the sponsor of the show right now. Today's episode is sponsored by my book, Cost of Moving to Canada, The Ultimate Guide. Would you like to move to Canada, know what expenses to expect, maximize your income, know how to create a budget, all with practical case studies to help you? Read my book, Cost of Moving to Canada, The Ultimate Guide. It's the essential companion you need to have in order to successfully manage your budget and your project in Canada. How can you make a decision when you're hesitating? By analyzing your reasons and using them as a compass to guide you. Why do you want to move to Canada? Why do you want to stay in your home country? What are your reasons? To see more clearly, take a piece of paper and divide it in half. On one side, the pros. On the other, the cons. Write down, without filtering, all the reasons that come to mind motivating your departure for Canada. Don't hold back. Write down all your reasons for living, whether they are important or not. I want to go to Canada because I want to study abroad. I want to discover a new culture. I want to eat maple glazed ribs. I want to improve my English. I want to see a hockey game. I want to have an international resume. I want to test my resistance to the cold. I want to expand my circle of friends. I want to visit Canada from east to west. I want to go camping. I want to see a Drake concert. I want to see the Northern Lights. Once you have listed all your reasons, put yourself in the shoes of someone who doesn't want to leave. I don't want to go to Canada because my girlfriend won't come with me. My friends are here, not there. I'm hopeless in English. My parents are old and I don't want to leave them. I'm sensitive to the cold and proud of it. I don't know anyone in Canada and I'm shy. University in Canada is really expensive. Once again, write down all the reasons why you don't want to leave. It doesn't matter if they make sense or not. Now, put on your thinker cap. Group your ideas into themes. Eliminate the reasons that don't make sense. If necessary, add new points. If possible, make sure that your pros and cons match. Dig deeper into the reasons why you want to leave or stay. Do some serious introspection. In the end, decide which list wins. What are your reasons? What does your heart say? If you want to go to Canada, then perfect. Back up your decision with action. Take the first steps of your project without delay. Action is essential in sweeping away the last indecision you may have. If you're still hesitating, give yourself time. 1 week or 2, for example, not 50. Set yourself a limit and then decide. If you decide not to try your luck in Canada, it's no big deal. You have your reasons. Learn to respect them. Maybe you'll change your mind later, maybe not. At least you'll have made up your mind. You can put your indecision behind you and focus on other projects. Let me give you 3 takeaways from this episode. First takeaway, some fears are legitimate. Others are good to tame. If you see them for what they are, indications, you'll be able to see more clearly and perhaps turn them into an action plan. Second takeaway, make a list of your whys. Why do you want to leave? Why do you want to stay? Which list is more important? Listen to your head, but also to your heart. This list of whys is important when you are making your decision, but also throughout your immigration project. It'll help you to get back on track when you have doubts. Third takeaway, once you know your fears and your whys, take action. This will allow you to crown your project in reality. Often, when you lay the first bricks, you realize that the wall is not so difficult to build. You can find the notes of this episode in the Learn section of my website, bienvenueaucanada.ca. This will allow you to review and refer back to the key points of the episode. Link in the show notes. And that's it for today. Thank you for listening until the end. Sign up for my newsletter and twice a month I'll send you fresh news. As a bonus, you'll receive a booklet with 67 tips that will help you move to Canada. Link in the show notes.